Okay. So see, it's good to meet like this because then you bring up things about the past, and sometimes still it lingers. So now we're gonna replace new information and try to dismiss the old information. And one of the things to develop faith and confidence is going back to the study of the life of Buddha. It's part of my program. I'll give you the books and the title of the books. Hee-Sing Young is one of the authors. But I want you to hear the clinical benefits of studying the life of Buddha. Number one, he left 84,000 teachings for us. And a lot of people don't know who he is. Like, they actually think he's the fat guy,
Exactly.
with a big belly that you go and you're like, oh wow, I'm wondering why he's so fat and he have a big belly. But that's not right. That's the Chinese Buddha, not our one and only historical Gautama Buddha. But I'm still studying the life of Buddha today. Because there are so many versions of his life. And I have read so many books on the life of Buddha that there are some that they left out and there's some that was included. And there's so many authors that I am still, nonetheless, any of you guys are. Okay? So, historical accounts. Now, the man was this amazing man. The man had to endure and tolerate. So the mantras kind of help you calm the mind down. Well, the old mantras got to go. I don't even know what the old mantras are. It has nothing to do with the Theravadan way of, keeping things the way that they are. But once you calm the mind down, you redirect yourself in the most disciplined way, an instantaneous disciplined way, to finishing the book on the biography of the Buddha. One of them is called The Life of Buddha, and then the other one's called The Biography of Sakyamuni. And now you're trying to understand who he was, what he did, and how you can replicate his life. Because that's what monks try to do, is replicate his life. We try to respond in such a way as if the Buddha would respond in that way. Why? Because it's fun. It's fun. It's challenging. Everything that I say to you and to the rest of the world has to be through the informed lens of, if the Buddha was sitting right here, he would tell you exactly what I would tell you. And what I would tell you is exactly what the Buddha would tell you. And I try to be kind of 100%. Maybe I kind of fall short at like 90% because I'm not perfect. But yeah, I mean, what choice do we have? I mean, we can be ourselves, or we can try to look at the historical context and try to, figure out how we're going to be the best version of ourselves. So part of that would, so you have cognitive behavioral therapy. I didn't send you the email for that, right? Did I? No?
Yeah.
All right. You got CBT. You have the biography of the Buddha. Everyone has to know the biography of the Buddha because you know his teaching, but you don't know who he is. How you gotta be, it's very inspiring, motivational, and a good story to reflect on, because one of the mantras in Theravadins is the recitations on the recollections of the Buddha, also known as Buddha Nusati. Buddha, and then Nusati is recollections. And in the 9 qualities, he's the knower of the world. He is the teacher that is unsurpassed. He knows how to tame those that needs to be tamed. And today, I taught you how to tame people that needs to be tamed. It's the one that's asking you political questions and how to dismiss it.
Correct.
So I was going through the elements in the order that the Buddha would teach you how to be him, how to be like him. So yeah, now I'm glad you're bringing everything up to the surface. Anything that is still on the surface level or bringing up in the consciousness, you need to put that in paper and close the chapter on it. And these were the things that I saw. This is what made me who I am today. This is why I'm so agitated, because I keep on thinking about these things all the time, and I've been carrying it for 20 years. And today it goes on paper, and that's it. I'm closing the chapter on it. Now, analogy. Police officers deal with people every day. Hard-headed people, stubborn people, criminals, liars, whatever. So they go there with this kind of face, with this kind of notepad, and they're like, yeah, he stole what from you again? Great. Yeah, what was in the box? Jewelry. What kind of watch was it? Great. And you think who did it? Yeah, where does he live? All right. Well, I'll go over there and see if he's there, and I'll knock on the door. If he's there, I'll arrest him, and I'll talk to him, whatever. Hey, have a good day. They write it down. They do their investigation. They wrap it up. They close the case. They move on to the next one. Do you think if I drag a police officer here sitting next to me and I ask him, tell me all your stories, he can't remember all of them? You know? And I'll take a guy that looks really young. I'll take a guy that on his nameplate that says like 10 years, that looks really young. And I'll take another guy that says 10 years that looks really rough. And the guy that looks rough is the one that kind of like is agitated and pissed off at everything. And the younger guy, he just lets it go. He does his 8, he hits the gate. He closes the chapter on things. Maybe some things stand out to him because it was meaningful. But for the rest of them, it's just like, people. At the end of the day, all cops will tell you that people are people. You know, and sometimes, and most of the cops have a lot of compassion for humans because they see so much suffering, which goes back to the first noble truth. So that's what I want you to start cultivating, is the reprogramming of the mind to see through the informed lens of understanding and compassion, to let so many things go and write it down and just close the chapter on it. If I sat here, even if one day the world will get to know what I had to go through, with the resentment that I was holding and the anger that, when in my 20s, blah, blah, blah. Like, how do I look this young if I keep on holding on to that? So, the lightness of letting things go. And to close the chapter one last time, once and for all. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And the book's very easy to read. It's like a 10th grade level reading. It's like 200 to 300 pages. It keeps you going. The books that I read is not boring. The books that I read, I'm like, oh my God, this guy really knows how to keep us wanting to look forward what happens next in the chapter of the Buddhist life. Now, comparison. Christianity. It seems like every 5 years they make new videos on Jesus. Why? To inspire people. About what? Forgiveness. And the awesomeness of Jesus. Now, too bad they don't do that with the Buddha. So it's up to the monks to kind of like push that marketing aspect of the Buddha, because I see the clinical value and benefits of it. But trust me, trust the teacher, trust the process. And then as you more read it, you're changing. Every page that you read about him, you're changing. And because you're analytical, I want you to bring some key things out of the book that means to you, and you're like, wow, John, I wanted to talk to you about this particular quality of the Buddha, and I'm wondering how you can expand on this for me to understand better about the Buddha.
Yes, sir.
Huh? All right. Any questions so far in regards to that explanation?
No, sir. Good.
Good?
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You have any additional questions for me in that?
No, the other one was going to be,
Let me stop this.